What surprised you the most about this whole experience?
What did surprise me the most? I went home second.
Welcome to Snatched, a Gaytime original series hosted by me, Sam Damshenas, where each week I'll be talking with the queens of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 4. This week, it's the season's very own pin-up beauty, pin-up silver screen Starlet. How are you feeling, my darling? How are you?
I'm good. The episode obviously just happened. There's been only love and my heart is really full.
Yeah. I'm so sad to see you go.
Me too.
Competition. How did you feel after your elimination?
After it happening, I was devastated. I asked before I went to go do my exit interview, I asked the producers if they could play me a Katy Perry song to make me feel better. And so they played Firework, and that got me like into the zone to get back to filming. And then yesterday was really emotional, but I was surrounded by a lot of people that I love and that have been there for me throughout this whole process. And I felt really held and supported, and it was wonderful.
Yeah. And when you sashayed off the stage, you didn't follow in the footsteps of other queens by, giving an exit line. Was that intentional or?
So my exit was at the front of the stage. I was like about to completely break down. I just wanted to get off. So I said it at the front and then I walked off. It didn't make the cut, but I had like a little Sminty put her hand out and did this. And then I did that to her, but you can see me just leaving that. We don't actually see that. But I was worried that would come across as me like being rude, which was not the case at all. I was just really, 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 really emotional, which you see when I come into the workroom and all my makeup's off. But yeah, I just needed to get off camera.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, it's not a normal thing, is it, to be on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race and being told to sashay away. So you deal with it how you want to motherfucking deal with it, So what was going through your mind at the time of the judges' critiques? Because after the performance, you said you actually felt confident in the girl group challenge. So how did it feel to hear the comments go against everything you felt in your mind?
Well, so I went into the competition. Any critique I got, I was going to try my best to take it on. So I was receptive of the critiques. I was surprised to an extent because I've not been performing for very long, but in the short amount of time that I have learned that it is all about having fun and enjoying yourself. And if you're enjoying yourself, that's the only thing that matters. And whether people believe me or not, whether it's obvious or not, I genuinely had an amazing time performing with my group on stage.
Yeah. I enjoyed your take on the whole Marilyn Monroe kind of, breathy, seductive performer.
They said you're soft spoken. I was like, we're gonna go with that.
You said you in the episode you were kind of nervous about doing that because you've been kind of anxious about the way your voice sounds, but I think you sounded absolutely incredible. Is this the start of a music career for you now?
We'll have to wait to see. I wouldn't bet on it, but you never know where life takes you.
Let's talk about your lip sync against Jombas to Sugar Babes Is About You Now. What was it like to lip sync on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race in front of RuPaul, Michelle Visage, Graham Norton, and FKA Twigs? What is that like?
It's extremely intense, and the best, what came to mind immediately afterwards, Valentina from the US seasons, she said that when she lip synced for her life, she felt like she wasn't there. And it feels like you're not doing it and you're watching, kind of a thing. You kind of just, maybe it's like a coping mechanism. You kind of just leave, at least I did. And that's just the best way I can describe it. It's just, you're not there, kind of a thing. It's just so intense and so much is on the line and it could be the end, it could be staying. But yeah.
Yeah. And after the lip sync, did you think you might have a chance to stay over Jombas?
I had hopes. Everybody does. There was a prolonged pause by RuPaul before she said my name, so I was like, oh, am I staying? But then no. But yeah, everybody's hopeful. I would have loved to. Jombas did an amazing job. I'm very happy to see that she's still in the competition. I'm very excited to see what she has to bring in the future, and no regrets, just love.
What song would you have beaten Jombas to? I assume anything by Katy Perry then.
Yeah, but Get Out of My Way by Kylie Minogue, hands down.
A recurring theme throughout this episode was everyone telling you how timid you are in comparison to the other contestants. I can imagine that's quite tiring, right? Because I'm sure shy people are often told they're shy. So what
the worst thing you can tell a shy person is that they're shy. It does kind of, it only makes it worse to an extent. But in this in episode 2, I felt I was coming out of my shell more. And I think you could see that in like my confessionals, interacting with the other queens in the workroom. So that made me feel, because from episode 1, it was such a heavy narrative. I was just shy and timid and soft-spoken. No one could understand what I was saying. And that was a lot of feedback from viewers. And that like knocked my confidence a bit. But being able to see myself being myself on episode 2, or more myself on episode 2, it's made me feel less like I need to prove that I am who I say I am, because it's there, or at least a bit of it is there. And so now I feel more free to just be me, kind of a thing, in other social situations, in Drag Race circles. So I'm happy.
Do you feel like queens who aren't as lively as, for example, Danny Beard, are put at a disadvantage in this kind of format?
Lively? I would say Danny Beard's quite lively.
Oh no, I mean like being as lively as Danny Beard. Do you think queens who aren't
okay. Yeah. Well, do you know what? I think it all depends on the flavor of the season. I think we have had seasons where softer queens have done really well. In my opinion, I would say Willow Pill was quite chillaxed, chill, maybe not soft-spoken, but not a Danny Beard. And they won the show. So it all depends on the flavor of the season.
Yeah. What did you take away from this whole episode?
I took away that I have an amazing group of queens around me that I can call my sisters and who I love dearly, all of them. I've learned not to get in my head so much. I can do a lot more than I think I can, and just live in the moment and don't overthink everything, just have fun, because that's what matters.
Yeah. Well, on a more upbeat note, last week, RuPaul said that your entrance look was one of the best he's ever seen in the history of the show. What was it like to get that kind of praise from RuPaul?
That was amazing. We had the pleasure of watching the episode the day before it came out. So we got to react in private, and a few tears were shed of happiness. Didn't get a badge, but I'll be taking that compliment to the grave. So.
Starlet, I can't believe we were robbed of seeing you demolish a sewing challenge.
Yeah, same.
I assume we're going to be seeing all the looks that you would have worn throughout the season on your social medias.
Absolutely.
What else do you wish you could have shown viewers this season?
I really wanted an acting challenge. A lot of people have been like, oh my God, she would do so bad in an acting challenge. But I thought that would have been an amazing opportunity for me to just be stupid and silly and let go with everybody. And then show everybody that I am who I say I am, which is a goofball. So I really want an acting challenge.
I'm dying to find out who you would have impersonated on Snatch Game. Please tell me, please.
So I had two options. I was going to do either Rowan Atkinson for Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Or, oh my God, I forgot his name. Oh, what is his name? He's Ace Ventura.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. I was going to do Jim Carrey.
Oh my God. Okay, can you give me a Mr. Bean face?
All this makeup on my mom. I'm going to ruin my makeup if I do a Mr. Bean face.
Come on, just do this. Just go.
Here you go. Oh, what did I do? It doesn't look right because I painted. Like, you can't see what I'm doing. But like what I did when I was practicing him and filming him, his bottom lip protrudes a lot. He's got dark lashes, dark eyes, dark brows, and he's always got like, it looks like a drooly lip. So I put, like, clear gloss on and kind of thing.
I assume you would have had a teddy prop with you.
Yes. Already had it.
Starlet, upload it to the YouTube. We need to see this. Okay, I need to see Mr. Bean.
I'll drop the audition tape.
What surprised you the most about this whole experience?
What did surprise me the most? I went home second. I went home second, yeah.
That's it, yeah. No, I think we're all quite shocked at that, especially after your entrance. I mean, it's good to know that you have one of the best entrance look in history now, right?
In RuPaul's opinion. There's been like debate, and I'm just like, it's RuPaul's favorite. She didn't say it was the favorite. I mean, the best. It was her favorite.
What's next for Starlet?
I'm going full throttle, throwing myself into what I love to do, and that is looks and visuals and makeup and being visually creative. My drag has always existed in online spaces. I'm starting YouTube, lots of makeup tutorials. I would love to do all that I can in fashion, makeup brands, my own makeup brand. So everything I've been doing now times 10.
Yeah. Well, Starlet, you're an incredible queen, and I can't wait to see what you do next. You're going to slay it. I know it. You're going to absolutely demolish everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Starlet. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.